So this week's video, we're gonna take a look at a transition from butterfly guard into single leg X guard. After that, we're gonna look at some technical details for the single leg X guard. We're gonna take a look at a sweep, a straight ankle lock, and a way to come up in a leg drag position from the single leg X. Starting in this butterfly guard, we covered some details on this last week. I'm gonna get this nice deep underhook, trying to reach for Omari's far side hip here. I'm just gonna kind of scoot around, and as Omari goes to catch up, he's gonna put this hand down, and I'm gonna look to grab this wrist. Okay, so as he goes to catch up and put his hand down, I'm gonna grab his wrist, boom. Okay, now from here, I'm gonna go to lift, and when I lift, in order for him not to be swept right, he's gonna take a big step with his far side leg from me here, boom. Okay, when he takes this big step here, I'm gonna let go of this hand and go to reach for his ankle. And the lower down the ankle I can grab, the better. From here, the hand that I have underhooked around him, I'm gonna bring inside and make a frame, okay, with my forearm to keep him away from me. I'm keeping my shin engaged with my butterfly hook, and then I'm gonna use this hand on his ankle and my free foot on the mat to scoot my hips over to this leg, and then I'm gonna throw my single leg X as high up his leg as I can. I'm gonna get a good squeeze here. And now we're gonna take a look at some of the details for this single leg X guard. The single leg X is gonna be when I wrap both legs around one of my opponent's legs. So he's got a nice wide stance here. And if we're playing guard this way, I could just wrap this leg, block the other leg, and then scoop myself underneath him. And now from here, a major important concept is that when I go to shoot this guard, I need to get my hips locked around his leg as high up his leg as I can get them. Okay, so if I have my legs locked down here, I'm gonna have a really weak single leg X guard, and my guard is bound to be passed. If I can lock my guard up high, lifting my hips and locking around this leg, then I'm gonna have a good guard here. If this is a self-defense situation, Omari's trying to punch me in the face, I'm in a really good situation here to use my legs to control the distance. I still have my hands available. I wanna be pinching this leg with my elbow, and if available, you may want to wrap the leg, just kind of depending on the feel of the situation. But from here, I really wanna make sure that I have my legs locked high up on his thigh here, using my foot with my toes facing the outside to control this distance, keep him away from me if he's trying to strike, making sure I'm able to guide these hands away from my head.
Yeah.
Another concept that's really important with this single leg X guard, and we're gonna take a look from a different angle. I'm gonna shoot this single leg X up onto his leg, and he's just standing up. I get my guard locked nice and high. From here, this foot that's hooking his thigh, if I can pinch this knee tight to his thigh, and then make sure that this foot is also hooking on his other leg, now I'm starting to control both of his legs using my legs exclusively. Again, if I can reach over and grab the pants with this hand, I'm gonna have more control of that leg. But if I'm not able to reach and make that grip happen, I've already got a little bit of control established just by twisting and hooking this thigh here. As mentioned previously, I'm gonna shoot my hips up as high as I can, lock on really tight. From here, if I can wrap the leg, if I know I'm going for the sweep already, it's good to go on and wrap the leg. If I'm not so sure about the sweep, I definitely want to be pinching with my elbow, and maybe I have this pants grip here. So I know I'm going for the sweep, so I wrap the leg. I get my hips nice and high. I'm going to try to bridge my belly button right into his shin, trying to turn this direction with my hips. I'm just going to sit Omari down to his thigh, or to his butt really. Okay, so I get my hips up high, I lock on, and I flex, sitting him down here. Okay, now when we execute this sweep, we're in a really great situation to go on and attack this straight ankle lock. If I'm going to attack the straight ankle lock from here, if I'm like high up on the shin when I executed the sweep, then I want to slide back down and get his toes right on the back side of my shoulder right here. So I slide down until I feel that those toes are right on the back of my shoulder. From here, I'm going to go with a palm-to-palm grip. Okay, so palm to palm. From here, I'm going to pinch my elbow tight to my ribs. Okay, so you see I'm sitting on my elbow right now. When I pinch my elbow to my ribs, that's going to take away my post, and I fall to my shoulder. When I fall to my shoulder, I'm starting to put a lot of pressure on his ankle. I'm still pinching with my legs. My heel is still blocking his hip here. From here, I'm going to extend like in a deadlift type motion, and I'm going to push my belly into the knee as I extend back. And the goal, okay, is to look back over your shoulder as you're extending.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We just executed our sweep. I'm here, maybe I have the leg wrapped, maybe I just have his ankle pinched with my elbow and I have this pants grip. Either way is fine, okay? What we're gonna take a look at now is going to our leg drag from this single leg X sweep position. So I just swept him, I knocked him down on his hip. Some things that I wanna keep control of in this single leg X as I'm going to this leg drag is I wanna make sure I'm keeping a nice pinch with my knees. I gotta keep this leg locked to me. Okay, and the reason for that is because I'm getting ready to let go with my hands for a second. So what I'm gonna do here is my top side hand is gonna swim right underneath his calf. As I get this hand under his calf, I'm gonna completely let go with this hand, and now I gotta keep the pinch tight with my legs. Now that I got this hand under his calf, I'm gonna dive my body under and come up underneath his leg. Now I'm starting to get some more control on his leg. I'm going to cup the top of this knee here. And the goal, right, is if Omari tries to sit up to his hand, he's getting up onto his hand, not his elbow. Right? And he's trying to do a technical stand and pull this leg out. Right? The goal is that if he pulls his leg, he pulls me too. So I keep this nice cup and I keep a pinch with my legs here. From here, I'm going to do a technical stand of my own. I'm keeping the pressure down with my top side knee. I'm keeping this knee cupped with my hand. And now I go to technical stand, right? And I keep a control of this leg. And right away I'm coming in for this belt grip and driving into a leg drag position. If you haven't seen it, check out our video on leg drags.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.